In the annals of history, some figures stand out not just for what they achieved, but for the profound transformation they underwent. This is the story of Moses, a man whose journey from fugitive to prophet reshaped the destiny of a nation. His story of transformation begins with an act of righteous fury. Witnessing an Egyptian overseer brutally beating a Hebrew slave, Moses, a prince of Egypt with Hebrew blood, was consumed by rage. He intervened, his anger culminating in a fatal blow. The overseer lay dead at his feet. In a moment of panic and fear, Moses hastily buried the body in the shifting sands. A secret he thought was his alone. But secrets in the courts of power rarely stay hidden. Discovery forced his hand, and Moses fled for his life. He left behind the splendor and privilege of the palace, trading it for the harsh, unforgiving expanse of the Midian desert. A montage of his flight would show a solitary figure against vast, desolate landscapes, constantly looking over his shoulder, the shadow of his past crime chasing him across the dunes. He was a man running not just from Pharaoh's wrath, but from his own identity, an outcast in a barren land. Years passed. The prince became a shepherd, his past a distant memory. It was in this humble existence that he encountered the divine. One day, while tending his flock on Mount Horeb, Moses saw an impossible sight, a bush engulfed in flames yet not consumed by the fire. It burned with an otherworldly light, a beacon in the wilderness. Drawn by a mixture of awe and bewilderment, he cautiously approached this strange spectacle, his shepherd's life about to be irrevocably altered. As he drew near, a powerful, resonant voice echoed from the heart of the fire, calling his name, "Moses! Moses!" It was the voice of God. Stripped of his royal pretense and humbled by the desert, Moses listened. He was given a new, daunting command to return to the land he had fled, to stand before the mighty Pharaoh, and to demand the liberation of his people, the enslaved Hebrews. To fortify his wavering faith, God granted him signs of divine power. At God's command, Moses cast his shepherd's staff to the ground, and it writhed, transforming into a living serpent. Just as quickly it became a simple staff in his hand again. Then he was told to place his hand inside his cloak. When he drew it out, it was afflicted with leprosy, white as snow. He returned it to his cloak, and upon drawing it out a second time, it was restored, clean and whole. This encounter in the desert forged a new man. The fear and uncertainty that had driven him into exile were replaced by a profound sense of purpose.